Hey y'all, DK Business and Mindset here, back with another video. And today, guys, you know it's Monday. You know I love Mondays because it's the reset button. So guys, as always, I love you and I'm gonna continue to feed you with these videos. I might be having a time change due to my schedule switching up and stuff like that. I will keep you guys updated. I might start doing my lives at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I will let you guys know. And for those who are watching at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, don't worry. You're not going to miss out. I'll have the videos recorded and I'll do a watch party at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today I really want to talk about something that I have gotten away from personally myself. And anybody in the sales field, this will just be a simple process for you because you guys already know this. But if you forgot the basics, here's the basics for you. How to simply close somebody. It's really simple. Here's 4 things that I want you to remember, and I'm going to keep this short. It's fear loss. So fear loss, sense of urgency, Jones effect, and indifference. These are like the simple basic rules of closing somebody in sales. So if you don't know what these are, I'll explain. Fear of loss. So obviously fear of loss, it just basically you're giving them that idea of, you know, hey, this deal's not going to be around forever. We can definitely work on something, you know, kind of now, but you know, you want to create that urgency with somebody. So when I was in the sales field, when I used to do Verizon, we used to have all deals all the time on Verizon. Like, you know, you can get the ultimate pack for a discounted price of 50% off, but it only lasts for like 2 weeks. So like towards the end of that 2 weeks, I was really pushing it because people were like trying to get these deals. And I'm like, listen, this deal ends tomorrow. If you don't get this deal tomorrow, it's going back to retail price. So fear of loss is just creating that urgency for that person to take whatever, you know, product or service that you're selling. Also, sense of urgency, fear, loss, sense of urgency, they kind of go hand in hand. You're basically, all this is creating urgency of what you're trying to promote or sell or what type of service you're trying to give out. So then the next one is called Jones effect. Jones effect is really simple. You heard what keeping up with the Joneses now, right? Well, in this modern day and age, it'll be called keeping up with the Kardashians. So we all know the whole old saying of keeping up with the Joneses is if the Joneses had this, we wanted to have it. The Joneses had that, we wanted to have it. So in the sales perspective, if I was selling Verizon still, someone would, you know, give me a little bit of an issue here and there. Well, hey, your neighbor down the street, I actually sold them an ultimate package. They got HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and all the deals for this price. And I can give you the same thing too. So now that puts it in their head. They're like, okay, the neighbor got it. Maybe I should get it. Because now they're thinking to themselves, if they can't have it, why can't I have it? So another good example is this. If it's your spouse, and I can go to my spouse all day and say, babe, I want the new PS5. I want the new PS5. I want this. I want this. I want this. And she's going to look at me too like, Dante, come on now. No, it's $500. Get out of my face. We're not buying that. But if I sneakily tell her that my brother and Charles and everybody else is getting a PS5 or Xbox One X or whatever the new systems are, she might say, you know what? Your friends is getting it too. Maybe we should get it. Just, you see what I'm saying? So that whole Jones effect is definitely, it has an impact. So you want to make sure that you implement that as well. And if you're using all those things in combination, usually you're able to assume the sale. So assuming the sale, you want to make sure, but you have to be careful with this one. Assuming the sale, you can't always assume the sale. You have to make sure you hit the right points before you assume the sale. So if you're hitting all the right points, you can just say, all right, cool. Well, you know, if I'm still doing Verizon, I can say, well, hey, you know, this person, he's beefed up about the packages. He's getting HBO, he's getting Cinemax, he's getting all of that. And now that I got him there, I'm just going to go ahead and close. I'm just going to say, all right, well, when can I have your technicians come out? Say what, Tuesday? And if he says, yeah, I can have him come out Tuesday. Now you're like, oh yes, I just closed him. Let's go. But if he's like, oh, well, wait, hold on. Whoa. You know, I need to talk to my wife about this. Okay. You can try to strong arm it, but if you don't want to be that strong arm salesperson, which I never was, and I don't ever want to be, if that person is just like, hey, well, I need to consult my wife about this, I'm not going to go over his head or go over her head. because at the end of the day, all that's going to cause is animosity between them two. And on top of that, that's going to make me look bad. But if it's just an individual person, I might try one little thing. And usually what I do when I assume the sale, if it's just an individual, and they've been harping about HBO Max the entire time and talking about how, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. I've been watching this show. I've been watching that show. And they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to get that package. Well, sir, you just told me that you love Game of Thrones and they have all the seasons of Game of Thrones. You'll be able to, in this time of COVID, you'll be able to binge watch all of those shows and more. You got Showtime and Cinemax. So you're just reassuring them that, hey, look, I'm giving you what you want for the price that you want it for. And I always used to tell people all the time when I was doing sales for cable, I said, if you have any issues, whether it's the technical issue, cable issues, you contact me. I'll do the best I can to get the answer for you. So not only, I'm not going to, I always want to be a salesperson of integrity. I never wanted to be a salesperson who would just be doing some crappy car salesman type stuff. I never was that type. So, always, when you know that you got their eyes and their ears twiddling, make sure you assume the sale. And the last but not least, for the best closer of all time, they make sure they know this last fourth step. Assume the sale. Not assume the sale. Indifference. Have some indifference sometimes. It's okay. You're not going to close everybody. So, you know what I did? So one person, right? This one person was playing some serious hardball. I'm talking like we were having some big sales with Verizon, and this person was just sworn DirecTV was the best thing for him. And I even pointed out everything to him about how DirecTV always cuts out all the time, that they don't get good, service when it rains or snows or anything like that. And he just swore up and down that, hey, DirecTV is the best thing smoking. That's what I'm going to go for. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I'm just letting you know now, I love the conversation we had and everything, but this deal is going to expire by, next Friday. So, if you change your mind, let me know and I'll just walk away. Do you know 2 days later, he hunted me down, say, please, can you help me change my cable? Just have that indifference. If you are going against somebody and you're trying to convince them and they're not being convinced, just have that indifference and walk away. If you're like begging them, that's going to turn them off even more. If you're think about it as if you're trying to close yourself. Look in the mirror and try to close yourself. How would you want to be closed? Would you want somebody grabbing on your leg? Please take the sale. No, you wouldn't want that, right? You actually would want to be closed in a perfect way. So think about it. They're going to go in the mirror, look in the mirror, and how would you want to be closed? That's all it is. It's real easy, man. So the 4 things that I just said: sense of urgency, fear of loss, Jones effect, and indifference. Just remember those 4 things. Those 4 simple basics of closing, and I guarantee you it's going to help you a lot better. All right, guys, DK Business and Mindset, I'm out. See you guys later.